The PB60 is the latest generation of ultra-compact, lightweight mini PC from Asus. The features and customizable options make this PC ideal for any business, school, or home setting. This PC is 6.88 inches squared, 1.3 inches tall, and just 2.6 pounds. Its small size and lightweight make it a non-intrusive device that can be placed anywhere, such as mounted on the rear of a monitor. Inside, you'll find up to an 8th generation Intel Core i7 processor, and for users with lighter needs, there are also models available with Core i5 and Core i3 processors. Supports up to 8 GB of DDR4 memory, and your choice of M.2 and 2.5-inch SSD storage. This mini PC is capable of up to 4K UHD resolution across up to 3 displays simultaneously, allowing for multitasking without compromising picture quality. On the front panel, there are 2 USB 3.1 Gen 2 ports and 3 USB 3.1 Gen 1 ports, one of which is a Type-C connection, and another one can be used for fast charging. There's also an audio jack and microphone input. On the back panel, there's a Wi-Fi antenna connection, DC input, dual USB 2.0 ports, DisplayPort, USB 3.1 Gen 2 connection, HDMI, and a LAN connection. You also have the option for an additional VGA, DisplayPort, HDMI, or COM port. This optional port expands the business potential of the mini PC. Use it to operate any legacy devices such as scanners, printers, and digital signage. The PB60 can be expanded with modules like an optical disk drive or GPU module, featuring an NVIDIA Quadro P620 and support for up to 7 monitors. This allows the mini PC to provide the performance and flexibility needed for any application.
The CHUWI is a tiny desktop that fits on the palm of your hand. It's perfect for office and other professional settings. It even takes care of general home entertainment. The CHUWI can even be mounted to a monitor, making it a real space saver. The MP221 is a perfect choice for this with its VESA mount support. And with the support for extended power switch, there's no need to reach behind the monitor. Despite its tiny size, the CHUWI still delivers top performance powered by Intel's 10th generation Core i7 processor. This means excellent processing power and a smooth desktop experience. MSI always strives for easy upgradability. On the CHUWI, the SSD and memory modules are seamlessly accessed through the bottom for upgrading. It's that simple. The CHUWI is exceptionally silent. Even on the full load, it will still be the perfect choice for even libraries. This tiny desktop is rich in I/O ports. It also supports dual monitors with its HDMI and DisplayPort connections, letting you multitask even more efficiently. For more information, please go check out the product page, and thanks for watching.
HP has really transformed the device that we make, the experience that we expect, and to some degree, the environment in which it's deployed. Several trends are influencing the way we create our product as well as the environments in which people work. The millennial has grown up in an age of technology, in a social society. They have a different perspective of how work gets done. It is actually more social. That creative millennial has really influenced the size of the device. No longer do they ask for something that sits to the floor. They want it to be a center point to the desk. Or not be seen at all. One of the greatest things that we've been able to achieve in this past year is radical reduction in size. The HP Z2 Mini is a remarkable device. It is about productivity, it's about performance, but yet it was really driven by design. HP's been able to put more technology, more power in a smaller form factor. It can mount anywhere, which gives you ultimate flexibility. Before, you were relegated to space that could accommodate very large workstations. That's not the way designers and engineers want to work today. They want to be in an open environment. They really want the freedom, the liberation, the flexibility. The HP Z2 Mini was designed by designers for designers. It is really a new way of thinking about technology, how things are done, how your office is really utilized, and to some degree, how we live our lives.
The PA90 is our first mini PC workstation built specifically for content creators. But don't be fooled by its compact size. Inside, it packs the high-end components you need for consistent and reliable performance that you can count on. Powering the PA90 is an Intel Core i9-9900K or an i7-9700K CPU. There is also an NVIDIA Quadro P4000 graphics card and up to 32 GB of DDR4 memory at 2666 MHz. The NVIDIA Quadro P4000 graphics card can support up to 4 5K monitors at 60 Hz or dual 8K monitors simultaneously. Also, with its Isv certification, it will fit seamlessly into your existing workflows. For storage, you can get up to a 512 GB M.2 PCIe SSD in addition to a 1 TB 2.5-inch SATA SSD. On the rear, you'll find dual Thunderbolt 3 ports that support transfer speeds of up to 40 gigabits per second. These ports can also be used for daisy-chaining multiple devices together through a single port. You'll also find 4 DisplayPort connections, as well as dual USB 3.1 Gen 2 ports, an audio line output, and dual Wi-Fi antenna connections. On the front, there are 2 additional USB 3.1 Gen 2 ports, a headphone jack, and a microphone input. The vertical layout helps to maximize airflow throughout the system. Cool air enters through the sides and the rear and is exhausted through the top. Under maximum load, the top will extend to allow for up to 38% more airflow. We've also used an all-in-one liquid CPU cooler to help keep the system as cool and quiet as possible. Even with the top fully extended and at full load, the system still maintains a low noise level at just 32 decibels. Now, to see what kind of performance we should expect while editing, we decided to pit the PA90 against our current laptops. We've created a few different timelines in Premiere Pro with varying levels of complexity and tested playback performance as well as rendering and export time. Our current laptops are powered by a quad-core Intel Core i7-7700HQ, 16 GB of DDR4 memory at 2400 MHz, and an NVIDIA GTX 1060 graphics card. So our current laptops do have some pretty respectable components, however they're about a generation old. So I expect to see some pretty good performance gains with the PA90. Now for the results. First, we did a simple transcode from a few popular video codecs and timed how long it took to complete. With most codecs, the PA90 only took a quarter of the time as our laptops did. Next, we tested how well we could play back different codecs at full resolution by counting the number of dropped frames. Most codecs had little to no dropped frames on the PA90, whereas the laptop struggled with all of the codecs but one. And finally, we tested the rendering performance with some light color correction using Lumetri Color. And as you'd probably guessed by now, the PA90 was twice as fast or faster with each of the codecs we tested. We're definitely going to keep the gaming laptops around for when we have to edit on location. However, here in the office, upgrading to the ProArt PA90 is definitely going to save us some time in post-production. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.